What is going on, Facebook? It's Jason with Dad Bod Health, and I am going to tell you guys, I put out a post earlier today about 10 things that can easily help motivate you moving forward. So I'm going to go through those 10 things. I put this list in several of the groups that I'm a part of, and I really want to cover each one individually because the list was pretty awesome in my opinion. However, there's a little bit of unclarity on some of the things that were on the list. So I'm gonna let Facebook do its thing, get a little bit more people on here so you guys can hear what I have to say on this. Man, this was a if you saw my motivation video this morning, this was a very passionate topic of mine. Because to be quite honest with you, and like I was saying earlier on the video, man, at the end of the day, motivational memes and motivational videos are freaking useless unless you take steps to make change and create change. Like, what the hell? Why are you going to watch a motivational video if you're not going to act on it? Why are you going to read 15 motivational memes on a Monday that's supposed to be Motivational Monday if you're not going to act on it? So I want to give you some very actionable steps in order to motivate yourself a little bit easier. So I appreciate you guys for chiming in. Thanks for the likes. Give me some likes. Give me some hearts. Show me the love. And so we're going to go through this list. So number one is really important, and it's really a mindset thing. And number one is start your day off fresh. And I know that sounds super elementary, but again, it's a mindset thing. So what you need to do each day is when you wake up to face the day, the advantage of sleeping for a solid amount of time, that's not 3 or 4 hours, but the advantage of sleeping for 7 or 8 hours a night is that you can help get rid of a lot of the negative thoughts that you had going to bed if you had negative thoughts. So number one, when you're talking about mindset and you're starting the day fresh, you want to start the day with a fresh outlook. You want to have confidence in yourself. You want to start with a fresh everything. So just start the day fresh, and that means getting enough sleep too. If you get enough sleep, you're going to start the day a lot fresher. If you fill your body with the nutrients you need, you're going to start the day a lot fresher. So start the day fresh. That's the top thing on that list, man. Number two is huge, and this is like, if you're going to listen to anything on this list, this is a very, very big one. And number two is accept imperfections. You're absolutely not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. He's not perfect. She's not perfect. And my little son over there is pretty close to perfect, but he's not perfect. Nobody is freaking perfect, man. And so you're going to need to realize to accept your imperfections and embrace your imperfections if you want to build and grow on those things. Like, if you can't accept the fact that it's not always going to be perfect, you're setting yourself up for failure to begin with. You have to accept your imperfections because those are areas that you can grow in. And so if you have a week where you didn't work out at all, or you had a week where you completely went off the rails and ate like shit all week, those are imperfections. But you have to realize that you can always get back to where you want to be as long as you're not beating yourself up about it. If you're beating yourself up over your imperfections, you're not getting anywhere. So accept your imperfections. Number three is no harsh self-judgment. That one's huge too, and it kind of ties in with that. But if you're being harsh on yourself all the time and beating yourself up, and I'll use this example. So say you've been eating healthy all week, right? And then the middle of the week comes and you go out to work with some coworkers and you completely fall off the rails. You get a burger, fries, and some dessert, and you just completely like shit. What I want you to know is the last thing you want to do is have harsh self-judgment in that situation, because you need to get back to the grind. And there was anybody that attended the mastermind, if you're watching, excuse me for using the grind because it's not a word that I typically use. Grinding is something that's a little bit not in my language or my category of language when I'm talking on Facebook Live. So getting back to the grind is but anyway, I'll use it in this situation. So you've got to get back to the grind. And so if you go out for lunch and you eat like shit, or maybe you skip workouts for your entire week, the last thing you want to do is be hard on yourself, man. Like, you need to expect more out of yourself, and you need to be your harshest critic. But at the end of the day, you can't use harsh self-judgment, because it's going to get you nowhere. So that's number 3. Number 4 is look at your progress. Baby steps are baby steps. Every day that you wake up is an opportunity for you to get a little bit better and take a few steps forward, or take a few steps back and get a little bit worse. And so you need to, anytime that you slip up, or you have a bad day, or you have a bad meal, or you miss a workout, what you need to do is look at your progress, your overall progress. One meal, one missed workout, none of that stuff is going to derail you at all. And you have to keep the big picture in mind, because ultimately the big picture is you're making progress if you're putting in consistent effort, and that's what it comes down to. If you can make consistent effort and you have progress to look back at. So we'll use the workout thing, for example. Say that you went into the week and your goal is to work out 3 times a week. And for the last 3 weeks, you can look back on your calendar, and you've seen where you've marked off the 3 times that you've worked out for the last 3 weeks. And then you have a week that comes up that's extremely busy with work, or you're completely off the rails and you don't work out at all. The bottom line is you can look back at those 3 weeks and you can see the progress you've made, give yourself a pat on the back, and it gives you the ability to move forward. So you have to take credit for your progress, because a small win is a damn win, man. If you're winning, you're winning. And so it's all about building momentum. So every little piece that you do that's good, take credit for that. One of the things that I've started doing, and one of my mentors has really pounded this home into my head, is starting to take credit for your wins, your daily wins, documenting your daily wins. And they can be small, they can be big, whatever. I've never been that big into journaling, but I've started it recently, and man, it's changed my life. You have now a timeline where you can go back and say, holy shit, I did really good this week. Or damn, that was not my best week and it sucked. So take credit for what you're doing good, and you have to look at your progress, man, and take credit for that stuff so you can build momentum. Again, the key is momentum. The next thing is change things up. And when I'm talking about change things up, this is in all aspects of your life, but when I'm talking about fitness and nutrition specifically, I encourage people who are working out to change their workouts up every six to 8 weeks, but that goes for everything in life. And so we're all creatures of habit. We get stuck in our ways. And if you don't have the ability to step outside and think outside of the box, and you're always stuck in this tiny little box, you're not going to go anywhere. But if you can wrap your head around the fact that you start thinking outside the box, and now new ideas, new suggestions, new opportunities come your way because you're open to listening to these things, and you're not living in your tiny little box that you've become just this creature of habit, and you're eating the same shit over and over again, or you're doing the same workout over and over again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It doesn't happen. So, there's some pieces to that have some exceptions, and I'll use the nutrition piece. I eat a lot of the same things throughout the week, but I change it up, and I might change up the vegetable, I might change up the side, I might change up the seasoning or the marinade that I use for the meat or the fish or whatever I'm making, but the bottom line is change it up. You got to keep things interesting, you got to be open to new opportunities and new suggestions. So the next one is huge, and this is where I come in, or anybody else that is a trainer, a coach, whatever it may be. That's get support, man. If you need support, reach out. Hire a coach, hire a trainer, hire a mentor. These people are valuable pieces in your life. And until I started surrounding myself with coaches, mentors, trainers that could take me to the next level, it was a struggle. And I'm not going to lie to you, until I started working with some of my mentors now, and it changed my mindset completely. I was in a rut, man. Like, I can't lie to you guys. Like, there's been some times in my life, just like every one of you that's listening right now, that you're down in the dumps. Life sucks sometimes, man. Life can beat you down, can beat the hell out of you. There are days when you wake up and you're like, holy shit, I gotta do this again. It can be a struggle. But the bottom line is this, man. If you surround yourself with the amount of support that you deserve and the right pieces of support, and put those people in your life that can really help make a difference for you, it can open up a whole new level for you, man. So get support. The other one is just reciprocates that, and that's give support, man. if you know somebody that's in need and you're also in need, why not lend a helping hand? You know how easy it is for you to give a little bit of friendly advice when someone's open to hearing it, or calling someone on their bullshit maybe. Maybe you're like, hey man, we used to go on walks at lunch together, and we used to do it. We've been doing it for several months now, and I haven't seen your ass out there for 3 weeks. What's going on? You know, that right there is providing support. You're giving them, you're giving them that accountability factor that they need, and you too need. So it goes both ways. So if you're going to give support and get support, you're fully supported, and you're also giving other people a valuable information or a valuable accountability partner that they could also need. So just it goes both ways. Give support just as much as you're going to try to get support. You know, this next one is kind of a mindset too, and this one I'll put my own little weird twist on it. But this one, the number 8, is fake it until you make it. And I'm sure you've heard I'm sure you've heard people talk about how you know, if you can start thinking like a billionaire or a multimillionaire, you start taking on some of those traits. So whatever your goal is, so like if you're trying to get in better shape and you're not quite there, I don't care if you're 50 pounds overweight, start thinking like you're in shape and infuse your mind with those positive thoughts. Sorry guys, my freaking son is trying to fall in the pool right now while I'm trying to drop some knowledge bombs on you guys. Blake, get away from the pool. So yeah, that one's huge, man. Fake it till you make it. Because if you can get your mind right and you really start buying into the fact that you're fit, you feel healthy, you eat healthy. Mindset is so huge in so many aspects of our life, and until you get that right, man, so many people underestimate it. And so if you start thinking about, I'm in shape and I'm fit and like this is the life that I want to live, or I'm really wealthy and I'm doing really well and like I'm infusing my mind with positive thoughts, like fake it till you make it, man. Because you will make it, but if you can get those positive thoughts charged into your mind more often, it's gonna take you to another level. So number 9, this one is point blank, and I'm not gonna get on a soapbox about it, but go to the gym anyway. That doesn't mean you have to go to the gym, but work out anyway, okay? Going to the gym, here's the deal. I go to the gym 5 days a week, and I'm freaking religious as hell about it, but that's what I do. I walk the walk and I talk the talk. You can do the same, and I explained this in one of my other videos, but the mental process of going for 3 walks a week for 10 minutes and going to the gym 5 times a week for an hour, the mental process is the same. And if you don't buy into that, you will eventually, because all you have to do is get started and build consistency. But I'll end it with this on the gym thing, is that go to the gym anyway, because here's the catch. I've never once left the gym and regretted the fact that I went there. All you got to do is get through the door. That's it. If you can get through that door, you're not there to people watch. No one goes to the gym to people watch. You go to the gym to bust your ass, to get in better shape and improve your health. So I said I wasn't going to get on a soapbox on that. I'll save this one for another time, but go to the gym anyway. That's number 9. And number 10, this is another mindset thing, but give yourself credit. Take credit for the small wins. I know I talked about that a little bit at looking at your progress on number 4, but give yourself credit. You guys, you're too hard on yourself, and oftentimes you overcomplicate things, man. It doesn't have to be that hard. It's a very simple process. Just needs to be followed for you to get to where you want to be. I mean, it really is not rocket science. So take credit for your small wins and build momentum, man. If I can tell you anything, that is the one thing. Like, all it takes is one little change. All it takes is one step in the right direction. Build momentum, and you will get to where you want to be. So I'm going to run through these again one last time, just the top 10. You can read my post from earlier, but I wanted to clarify what I meant on all 10 of them. Number 1 is start each day fresh. Number 2 is accept your imperfections. Number 3 is no harsh self-judgment. Number 4 is look at your progress. Number 5 is change things up. Number 6 is get support. Number 7 is be supportive. Number 8, fake it till you make it. Number 9, go to the gym anyway. And number 10, give yourself credit. Thank you guys for listening. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but if you know anybody that needs to hear this, share the shit out of it. I'm happy to talk to you guys. If you ever want to hear about my programs and what I have to offer, comment below and I'll reach out to you. Like this and I'll reach out to you. I cannot wait to talk to you guys on the next video. I hope y'all all have a fantastic evening. I'm about to go make my dinner. Got to get little guy bathed before wifey gets home and do my husbandly duties, which is Chef Jason. So hope y'all have a great night, and we'll be in touch, man. Y'all have a fantastic evening.